Hi, I'm Dr. Rajani. Thanks for joining me today. An important video today on vitamins that are essential to keep your skin youthful, glowing, and vibrant. Maybe you've seen some signs of early aging, some fine lines, some wrinkles, some lines etched in. For others, it seems to be more brown spots that really drives them crazy. Today we're addressing both, and I'm going to review 4 vitamins that are essential to glowing skin. Whether you need to prevent further damage or you'd like to turn back the clock just a little in a natural way, stay tuned here. Not everyone wants or has graduated to more of the procedures I sometimes show on this channel. Even ones as minimally invasive as Dermafuse, which uses electrical currents, high voltage, to drive natural skincare into the deeper layers. Even that, for some people, can be a little bit much or daunting. Taking care of your skin should be an absolute essential part of your health regimen. It is, after all, your body's largest organ. It also happens to be one that's exposed to much of the environment, the chemicals, and the pollution of everyday life. I know it prompts feelings of guilt and shame for many of you as people consider it vain and unnecessary. Times have definitely changed and the skin is in. The tagline for my skincare, Rajani MD, when I started it 10 years ago was "Skin, your ultimate passion statement." So the idea was you should be able to just go out, wake up, not makeup. And that's my goal for all of my viewers on this channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like these kinds of videos. Now, the first thing most dermatologists and anyone who looks after skin will tell you and talk to you about, whether it's anti-aging, brown spots, or the dreaded skin cancer, which is one of the most common in our country, it's to limit exposure to the sun's harmful UV rays. Wear protective sunscreen when you're exposed to light and protective clothing like I talk in my videos. That's number one. The sun isn't all bad, however. Just 10 to 15 minutes of daily exposure helps manufacture vitamin D. Throughout the skin, vitamin D is important. It's one of the best vitamins for your skin, along with C, E, and K. Now, making sure you get enough vitamins can keep your skin looking healthy and youthful, and this can translate into the reduction in dark spots, redness, which many of people are complaining about more and more, especially after the age of 40, wrinkles, of course, fine lines and deeper ones, rough patches of skin, excessive dryness as well. Essential skin vitamins are available in supplemental form, in supplements, but also they're found in skincare products and in food. Now, vitamin D, one of the first ones we're talking about here, it's often made when sunlight is absorbed by the skin. Cholesterol converts to vitamin D when this happens. Vitamin D is then taken up by the liver and kidneys, and it's transported through the body to help create healthy cells. This includes the skin cells. So it does apply to skin, not just systemically to the body. In the skin, vitamin D plays an important role in skin tone. It may even help prevent conditions like psoriasis. A lot of research goes on in these areas, and calcitrol is a man-made version of a kind of vitamin D that humans produce naturally. Calcitrol is a topical cream that has been shown to be effective with psoriasis, and in fact a 2009 study published in the New England Journal of Drugs and Dermatology, a trusted source, found that applying calcitrol reduced the amount of skin inflammation and irritation in people with psoriasis. But remember, we get a lot of information on anti-aging from clinical problems such as psoriasis. So looking at the histology of the cells, we can then show decreased inflammation. As I always talk about, inflammation can lead to aging. So we can then infer that it has anti-aging properties and go back and retroactively look at that. So studies like this definitely help us to infer properties that are beneficial for aesthetic applications. We often run into this and note aesthetic applications from many by chance studies and ideas that we see. The Linus Pauling Institute, just down the street from me, recommends vitamin D intakes of around 600 international units per day. You may need more if you're over the age of 70, because as we talk about the cell machinery or the function of the cells and the metabolic function, sometimes is a little diminished with age. You can increase your vitamin D intake by getting 10 minutes of sun exposure a day. And you can also eat fortified foods such as breakfast cereal, orange juice, and yogurt. Now, I know many here don't like dairy, so if you don't like it or you don't like to take it in or you react to it, there are now many yogurt alternatives on the shelves. I see them all the time at the grocery store, and they have vitamin D in them. Now, fish, and we talk about omega-3s in fish, they also have vitamin D naturally. Fish would be an example of great ones with vitamin D would be salmon, tuna, and cod. The omega-3s people really find vibrance in their skin. I'm going to do a whole video separately on those. On to vitamin C. It's found in high levels in the epidermis, which is the outer layer of the skin, as well as the dermis, the inner layer of skin. It's cancer fighting, it's an antioxidant, as you know, and its role in collagen production helps the skin with elasticity. Of course, the collagen gives it that robustness, that strength of the skin, and resilience. It's why vitamin C is one of the key ingredients found in many anti-aging skincare products. The two common things you often see put in there are vitamin C, of course, and then hyaluronic acid. That's another one. Vitamin C taken orally can enhance the effect of sunscreens applied to the skin for protection of the sun's harmful UV rays. I often use it at the end of the day after sun exposure, because remember, sunscreen, even if you wear it and do it properly, it only stops about 50% of the sun's UV rays. So the vitamin C helps the skin by decreasing cell damage and helping the healing process of bodily wounds, irritation, or damage. The vitamin C can also fend off the signs of aging because of its vital role in the body's natural collagen production. And I often talk about MMPs or matrix metalloproteins and collagenases that work against this. It helps with those. It helps heal this damaged skin and in some cases reduces the appearance of wrinkles. Adequate vitamin C intake can also help repair and prevent dry skin. It just looks more moist and healthy. There are many that advocate high doses of vitamin C orally. You'll see that quite a bit. I don't see the data for that. I'll do a complete video, we'll look at it, but regular daily intake of vitamin C and topically is what I recommend most. Due to the prevalence of vitamin C in over-the-counter products, the dietary supplements are usually unnecessary. The deficiency of vitamin C that we used to see years ago, really rare today. The recommended dose, 1,000 milligrams per day. If you find that you don't get enough or you're worried about it, then eat more citrus fruit. That's the easiest way. Oranges are a great source, of course, and other plant-based sources of vitamin C would be strawberries, broccoli, and spinach. I like those three because there's a lot of other antioxidants within those. A lot of times color associates one with antioxidants, so colorful foods and fruits. Not always. Cabbage is an exception, but it indicates other sources of antioxidants will be in there, so why not take them all at the same time? And organic is always the best. If you can taste something and it actually tastes like what it should, that gives you an idea that you're probably onto something good in terms of the source of your foods. Orange juice, if people don't like eating fruits, is a good source, but be mindful with juices. You can get a lot of sugar sometimes. So I am a proponent of vitamin C in skincare. You just have to look and see the source, what type of vitamin C is being used. And highly esterified versions sometimes aren't the most active. So look for the types and watch my complete videos on vitamin C's. Orally and topically, very important for beautiful, healthy, and vibrant skin, and especially after any sun damage. Look in the more info section below this video and you're going to find products and links to products that I use and like for skincare line, I have my own vitamin C, and of course I like that one. I think it works amazing. It has a lot of great products for rejuvenation. You can check that one out. Next, just like vitamin C, vitamin E is an antioxidant, and its main function in skincare is to protect against sun damage, once again like C. Now, I don't want to paint a bad picture against the sun. It's not all evil. It's really important to get sun exposure, don't get me wrong. But look at this half face picture. Actually, it's a full face, but look at half that was exposed to the sun and the other half that wasn't. I need to say nothing more about the importance of sun protection when you look at that picture. So vitamin E, what does it do? Absorbs the harmful UV light from the sun when it's applied to the skin. Very important. It's why you see it in sunscreen sometimes. Photoprotection refers to the body's ability to minimize the damage caused by the UV rays. This can help prevent dark spots, wrinkles, and photo aging. So vitamin E is important. Normally the body produces vitamin E through sebum, an oily substance that's emitted through the skin's pores. I know not everyone likes their pores and feels like they're large and they produce too much oil, but in the right balance, it helps keep the skin conditioned and prevents dryness. So if you have particularly dry skin, that's why people like vitamin E. It can possibly counteract that lack of the sebum. There is a protective function, of course, and I talk about the stratum corneum a lot on this channel. Let's not try and strip that skin completely of everything, including that oily substance. That production is key, and the stratum corneum has a great role in the skin health, and it needs to be balanced and maintained, not stripped away. Watch my skincare routine videos for cleansing of the face, and I have an upcoming one we're going to do on toners. A lot of people have asked me about those. Now, vitamin E also helps treatment of skin inflammation. While vitamin E is present in many skincare products, the problem is that any effects could be minimized upon sun exposure. So getting enough vitamin E in the diet is preferable. Most adults need about 15 milligrams of vitamin E per day. So you can increase your take by how? What mechanisms can you do to try it? You can eat more nuts and seeds. Almonds, hazelnuts, sunflowers are usually a great source. Now, multivitamin, a lot of people like to take their vitamins, and it does other things, of course, than just affect the skin. Systemically, a lot of people like it, but vitamin E supplements and topical products that contain E and C are commonly found. Together, they seem to be synergistic for many of the organs in the body. Now on to vitamin K. But firstly, let's not confuse K1 and K2. I did a whole video on the one vitamin deficiency that may be wrinkling your skin, and that was K2. Important distinction between looking old, which is often bone. Vitamin K2 seems to have a protective and preventive benefit from bone loss. And then looking tired, which is often fat pads, the fat in the face, there's superficial, there's deep fat, and K1. And that's what we're talking about today is K1. K1 doesn't function on the bone as much as K2. Vitamin K is more essential in aiding the body's process of blood clotting. That's how most people know it. Everyone on blood thinners are going to ask, can I take spinach and different antioxidant foods because it might counteract the anti-clotting drugs that people take for stroke, DVT, or other problems. The basic functions of vitamin K are also thought to help certain skin conditions such as stretch marks, spider veins, common problem. Lasers work well for those, but if you can take vitamins and avoid treatments, all the better, because burns do occur, and with lasers there's a long recovery time. Scars, you often see it placed on scars. Dark spots, stubborn circles under the eyes. Vitamin K can also be found in different topical creams for skin, not just orally, and it can help prevent a variety of skin conditions. Doctors frequently use creams that contain vitamin K on patients who have just undergone surgery, and the idea is to help reduce swelling and bruising. This may help speed up skin healing as well. However, research on vitamin K and its effects on the skin are much more limited than E and C. So a little more study has to be done, but you'll hear about it. According to the University of Florida, vitamin K deficiencies are rare in the US now. So not near as common as they once were. Adults need between 90 and 120 micrograms per day. You can increase your intake by doing one of a few things. Often these are foods that many people take in, or at least should take in. Number one, and it's so common now, I see it in so many shakes, is kale. Spinach, lettuce, cabbage, not a lot of color in a lot of types of cabbage, but it's actually real good for you. Green beans. Make sure to talk to your doctor because K1 is also involved, like I said, in clotting. And the blood balance is critical for people on blood thinners. There's all sorts of them now. There's once a day ones, Coumadin for some people. Some people are just on aspirin. Some of the studies with strokes, TIAs, show that aspirin can work well instead of Coumadin like we used to use. But definitely something you want to run by your physician. So vitamins are essential to health and the body functions, as we know. And on the converse side, vitamin deficiencies can cause adverse effects on the skin. Vitamin C and E play such an important role in protecting your skin from the sun, and deficiencies in either vitamin can increase the risk of skin damage. So remember, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, skin cancer is the most common type of cancer in the United States. It's why my sunscreen video is important, and understanding all the fear, the uncertainty, and the doubt about sunscreen is important. But vitamins help counteract some of the effects of sun, and the antioxidant effect can help counteract what we believe are some of the physiological reasons that cancers occur in the first place. Vitamin supplements are found everywhere these days. It seems like every corner store has some sort of elixir or wake-up formula you see when you're picking up gas for your car. If you ever go in, there's something everywhere. So consult with your physician, find a good supplement line. Supplements, if I use them, I put them in the more info section below my videos. For the ones that I take and I like, and you can link to those and research those if you're interested. Remember, in many cases, you might already be getting enough vitamins through your daily diet. Sometimes for certain ones, a blood test can help determine whether someone even needs supplements or not. That gives you some idea of vitamins you can take. I put a complete playlist up here for things you can do at home. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant. Like the video. Tell me what supplements you like to use.